Hello everybody, this is Thannus here, and today we are back in Metroid Prime. In the previous episode, we entered the Phazon Mines and fought our first elite pirate down in this room here. And in this episode, we're going to be continuing on down through this tunnel here, trying to figure out what it is we can even do in the Phazon Mines. There is an item in this room that we're going to have to find somehow. But those plans are being a little interrupted, because we have to deal with puffers in here. There's a Bendesium grate at the bottom. Can't do much with that. So we gotta get through here. Cannot disable the activation panel, unfortunately. So, Metroids from the initial batch have matured to the Hunter phase. Be advised that the Hunter Metroid has siphon tentacles that can attack them from a distance as opposed to the close combat tactic used by the younger Metroids. Metroid activity accelerating in non-frigid areas. Increased aggression levels observed in latest elite pirate units, increasing Phazon feed by 0.07% per science team mandate. Okay. So we got more pirates to deal with in here. If I remember the actual buttons I'm supposed to press to change beams, then I can actually fight them. And I'm desperately hoping we can find a save room. Recon teams are searching for hunters. Can't speak. Science team believes it employs a sophisticated cloaking device beyond our capabilities. Aside from dumb luck, we may never discover its location. We must contain or eliminate Aaron. Failure to comply with command decree is not an option. Security breaches in multiple areas. Unauthorized usage of resources continues. Patterns suggest these resources are being stolen by the Hunter. Increase monitoring of all resource facilities immediately. Chozo Ruins areas are off limits until further notice. Okay, so we won't find any space pirates in the Chozo Ruins anytime soon. That's a Bendesium wall. Science team is accepting volunteers for advanced weapon training. And I bet you guessed what's behind this exact wall. Actually, I can't say that you have. I'm pretty sure this is a save room here. Which means we are being blocked off from the save room by something we cannot use. Get rid of the pirates down here. And we got one more right there. We are running very low on health. I would very much like to heal soon. We have not gotten the chance to do any significant healing yet. We can disable this force field here, so we can get access to this room. All available troopers report to Mine Security Command. Cryosleep tank damage, immediate maintenance required. Unit ident code EPG 8702, batch 01, field designation Elite Pirate. More scanning. Yay. Unit ident code EPG 8701, batch 01, field designation Elite Pirate. Okay, that was the same thing for both of them. Unauthorized Talon Metroid feeding is strictly prohibited. Our enemies will tremble before the might of our elite forces. That was pointless. Death to the Hunter, death to all. They were getting fanatical, Jesus. Space Pirate encrypted data 11.232.8. Elite Pirate Upsilon's propensity for Phazon has enabled our research team to infuse it far beyond our safety restrictions, and the results have been extremely encouraging. Its constant Phazon diet has increased its mass exponentially, but it has retained all mental faculties and shows dexterity with all elite weaponry, including plasma incendiary launchers and the chameleon manta issued for cloaking purposes. Elite Pirate Upsilon exhibits miraculous healing abilities. When injured, it seeks out Phazon deposits and coats itself in the substance, which instantly mends the creature's wounds. The subject, which we are codenaming Omega Pirate based on these developments, shows potential to be a new standard for our armies. Our only concern at this point is the potential overdependence on Phazon. Test results from battle simulation Samus Aran are promising. Elite units report a 74% success ratio against Aran in testing. High Command is pleased but expects a higher ratio by project's end. Increase bombing patrols in authorized areas. Scramble all aerial units immediately. Flight pattern Sigma 4 is in effect. Alright. There's another door down here. And it's also showing us this room that we're already right next to. Alright, good to know, game. Okay, so it's probably down that way. If we head back up top. And there should be... Oh, right. The other door is not one we can get through right now. My bad. Okay, down it is then. Alright. What do we got in here? Cryosleep Tank Unit CS-4468R. Unit modified for Elite Pirate storage. Okay, so there's an Elite Pirate in there as well. Nearby energy flux has caused a malfunction in this panel. Same deal over there. This one is empty. Alright, here we are. Let's see what we got. Phazon processing and security systems are taxing by Dynamo. Bleh! Can't speak today, Jesus. Phazon processing and security systems are taxing the Dynamo beyond safety tolerances. Though the conversion to geothermal power is easing the drain on our systems, it is not enough. Further power use at current levels could lead to system failure. Dynamo maintenance team is not responding to service call. Rerouting request to Central Command. Alright. What do we got in here? Multiple safety system malfunctions detected. Unit should be taken offline immediately. Same deal on both sides. And what is that? Interesting. We got something flying around in here, and it's not something we can see all that well. We can just bounce around to the other side, but we'll find that the other door is blocked off, unfortunately. Which means we're going to have to deal with this thing. We switch to our thermal visor. We find it is invisible for the most part. And we cannot scan it. This is the beta drone, and it is actually an enemy that does have a scan entry in the game's data, but it is impossible to scan it, and we might die to it, actually. This is not going well for us. That one room really did a number on our energy. Ow. This is not going well at all. Oh, I killed it. Okay. Well, there we go. Yeah, the invisible drone is not something that we can lock onto, and therefore it's not something that we can scan. And now that I have 14 health, I am realizing that this room might be a little bit of a pain in the ass. The keeping of pets has been suspended until further notice. Domestic beasts have been deemed highly susceptible to Phazon madness and are thereby a hazard to personnel. All Gronkats and Olbaps must be disposed of immediately. Failure to comply will result in the loss of pay for recycle and reduced rations. An entire shift of Dynamo workers have been transferred following bouts of Phazon madness. Units are reported to science team for use in laboratory studies in the new Elite Pirate program. Their dementia will make them inadequate training adversaries for the Elite team. Alright, and then under here, we have something new as well, which I don't appear to be able to scan from here. Alright, well, in we go. We gotta be very careful here, because we have very low amount of health. And if we die, that would not be good for us, because we have not been able to save for a good amount of time. Wait for that to stop. Thankfully, this is not a very complex maze, so once we get through, we don't have to be in here for very long. We go over here. We can bomb this gel, and that gives us a way through here. Oh, shit. Yeah, we are... That took away half of our remaining health, so... Don't run into the lasers, guys. This is not good. This is not the hardest puzzle in the world, thankfully, but... You can see why I'm a little bit tense this time around. I've never died to this puzzle before, but there's a first time for everything. Usually I don't have this little health during this puzzle, though. Alright, there we go. And we have acquired the power bomb. There we go. And that does quite a bit of good for us. Now that we have the power bomb, we can head over to this room here, turn into our morph ball form, and if we use our missile button, that will open it up. And it is not a save room, so I'm not going in there, because I need to heal, and I know there's a save room somewhere around here. Is this it? Yes, it is. Thank God. Oh my God. Unlike normal bombs, power bombs do have to be refilled, kind of like missiles. So, don't waste them. There are usually specific scenarios or areas in which you'll need to use them to open Bendesium. So we are able to pretty much blow open a hole in anything we couldn't before now. The only restriction that we have, physical, so there are some areas we might not be able to survive thus far. There's a visor we still don't have that we'll need to be able to use. And there's a beam we still don't have. So we'll have to keep track of those areas still. But we're able to access a lot more now than we could before. Ah, another Omega Pirate. We didn't really need to head back just yet, but I'm doing so now. I'm going to wait for him to stop charging up. And I think we'll use the Wave Buster on this guy a little bit. See if we can kill him faster. Come on. Okay, he's charging up again. You are able to damage him otherwise. You don't have to focus entirely on the cannon, but the cannon causes issues, so it's a good idea to get rid of it usually. But you don't have to do the entire Omega Pirate fight. Oh, he didn't die to... Okay. Yeah, the Elite Pirate... Okay. The cannon does have a lot of his health on it, I suppose, but it is not the entirety of it, I guess. Anyways, now that we have the power bombs, we can actually head across this here and access this room that we could not before. We have yet to see any power bomb pickups, though, so still waiting on that, I guess. We head in here. Here's the map station. All right, there we are. Now we can see everywhere we have yet to be or yet to access in the Phazon Mines. It's a decently big area, but very, very vertical. All right. We are going to backtrack a little bit before we continue on in the Phazon Mines, because there is some stuff I would like to grab now that we have access to power bombs. For example, there is a Bendesium grate in here. I'm also checking this area a little bit more now that I can actually survive in here. We are out of power bombs now, so we got to be careful there. Jump out of here, and we can turn this off. Those will blow the fan open, and we no longer have to worry about the poison in this room, thankfully. So we can jump back on out and grab this energy tank. We got 3 left. And we can also boost ball on out of this room. We were not able to get back out before because we didn't really have the means of surviving the room. Not that we had a reason to backtrack just yet. Anyway, I'm not going to backtrack too far. There are obviously Bendesium passages blocked off in other areas. But the Phazon Mines are where we are now, so they're what I'm most concerned about at present. Ah! Okay, then. Still no power bomb drops. Whatever, we'll just have to be diligent. Keep going down. Oh, you didn't die from that? Okay. Now you're dead. Now I'm trying to remember if there was anything else in here. It does not appear so. Now, there was a Bendesium blockage in that one Morph Ball tunnel room, but we are out of power bombs. And without power bombs, I cannot blow up Bendesium. So we're still gonna backtrack a little bit more, I suppose. Keep going this way. This box should be back. If I can actually hit it. Why am I struggling to jump up that? Nothing there yet. Come on. Power bombs. Give me power bombs. That's not a power bomb. Oy vey. Alright, I guess I'll see you guys when I have power bombs again. Here's another room that we could use power bombs for, if we had any. That's my main gripe with power bombs. They are a little bit annoying to use continuously, which I guess is kind of the point. You don't want to have this overpowered item available to you 24/7. It makes sense to have to replenish it, but only 3 makes it a little bit annoying, especially with how uncommon the drops for it are. So it's gonna be some doing before we're able to power bomb anything again. So yeah, like I said, I'll see you guys once I have power bombs again. Ah, yes, here we are. This is a power bomb refill. It resupplies 1 singular power bomb. And given this is a room, this room does have a power bombable spot, but I don't believe even doing that will be very fruitful. Well, actually, we got 2 now, so maybe I will. Okay, we just got 2 power bombs in one go. That is actually good. We might be able to get a full refill here. Oops. Wave Buster makes very quick work of these guys, too. Like I mentioned before, though, the Wave Buster is also very consuming of missile ammo, so it can be kind of expensive to use at the same time. Also, there's only one size of power bomb ammo, to my knowledge. Okay, yeah, we will be able to open this door now, but still not all that much we can do with it. For reasons that will probably be obvious. But I do believe that is almost the extent of what we're able to do with power bombs in this area. So I'll power bomb it anyway, just to entertain you. Let me absorb that. Get some ammo back. Thankfully, these guys are very easy to kill. Best way to refill power bomb ammo is by killing enemies, like with anything else. We can start off with this. It is, oh, convenient. Power bomb refill. Right as we just blow something open with a power bomb. Got another missile tank here. And we will continue back this way now. Not much to power bomb in that first room, so we're going to be kind of going through linearly again. There was something we can power bomb in this room, so we'll head there. A little bit faster to go with Morph Ball. Well, maybe not so much up the slope, but you get the idea. This is a wall we can't head through just yet. That'll give us a way back through the main quarry quicker. I think. Maybe I'm wrong. Either way, we can blow this open with a power bomb. And we can scan this here. Partial security access achieved, force field inactive. Ah, yeah. That gives us access to that area that we could not get to before. But you will find that it is not very conducive for exploration just yet. You will see why in a moment. I will show you. Although it's probably pretty obvious why that is already. We can't open this door. It is red. We have white, purple, and yellow. No can do. That up there is also not very useful to us. I don't think that does anything, actually. It might just be set dressing. Whatever. You get the picture. So, that room's kind of useless to us right now. And I don't believe... Honestly, I don't think that this does anything. Because we can go back to the main quarry without any issues. That's not really a problem for us. Because that's on the lower floor. And there are no item sounds behind this. Yeah, I don't believe that's anything. I don't remember ever opening it before, and I don't believe I will have to. Yeah, that's what we can power bomb back there. So when we do get a beam for that door, we'll be able to get to it pretty quickly. But for now, it is out of the question. Oops. Back through here now. We can climb back up here. I'll see you guys back at the next power bomb spot. And now that we're in this room again, there was that Bendezium blockage that we could not get rid of before. But now we can because we got power bombs. So, let's go do that. There are two very obvious rooms up top that we can open. And same deal as before. This is the yellow one. And the yellow access point is on the other side. So we gotta go down and align everything to it. Right up there. So now we gotta turn this one. I'm trying to remember where the thing was for it. Ah, over there. Oh wait, no, this is... My bad. It's down here. Turn it around one more time. And then we got to turn around the bottom one again. So now, if we go around to the yellow track, we can get all the way up to the top now. Which we could not do before. Now that we are up here, here's more Bendezium. There's also a grapple point here. Can't get through there just yet. So, not quite able to access that shortcut back to the first room. Not a big deal. Let's blow this open. And head in here. Oh, look at that. Just what we needed. The grapple beam. Alright, now we are able to grapple onto grapple beams. Very useful. So let's do that. I believe if we scan these, it'll count as a logbook entry now. Analysis indicates a viable attach point for the grapple beam. To use the grapple beam, use ZL when the icon appears. So let's do that. We can jump across, no issue, and access this room now. Very useful for us. Waste disposal unit will draw small objects inside automatically. That would bring us back down, all the way down there. I don't believe there's an item in this room. I don't actually think there's ever been a reason for me to go in this room before. Other than just to get back quickly. But, just to show you the room, I'll go through. You can also still get back. It is not a one-way room. There we are. But we do have a reason to go through, actually. Because there's a grapple point on that hook up there. Oh. Wait. No, there's no other items in this room. I just remembered yeah, you get the point. That does open up a lot of Talon 4 for us, though. So, we have some exploring to do. Oops. So, what I'm thinking... We can't get into that room yet, not a big deal. There's a few areas down here we can get into now, particularly this one here is of note to me. Now that we can get through there. And there was also this area past where we fought the drone that we can get into. But I think we're at the entrance. I wasn't going to explore more of Talon 4 yet, but we might as well at this point. So, in the next episode, with our new grapple beam and power beam, we'll be doing exactly that, exploring more of Talon 4. So, I'll see you guys then. Bye-bye.